You're watching Guude. You're watching Guude. Fighting just to save our lives. Got you laughing every night.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Do you do the... Oh, by the way, Guude burned the tree down. So we have to start over.
I thought that's what we wanted to do. And so
Yes, burn the tree down.
that's what we do after every Christmas. We just burn everything.
No, Guude took the whole tree down, so we're starting again.
I really misunderstood. Thought that's what we were doing.
making it better, supposedly. I don't know why I just did that. Do you... What do you think of the companies that you do your own DNA profiles?
I don't really have an opinion, actually. I mean,
Are you doing this 6 out from the main?
yeah. What do you think of them? I mean, I think it's a cool service. I don't know.
6 out to here.
That's what I did. 6 out.
So the 2 outer ones are 6 out.
Yeah, like basically 6
Okay.
out from the trunk,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure it was going the same.
6. I mean, do you not trust them or something? Do you not think it's like a legit thing?
So I think it's really cool. I actually just purchased kits for my wife and I for Christmas because I think it's a cool concept. I don't know how much you get your hopes up and put stock into everything that they're saying. And
Did you see the South Park episode about it?
Yes. Yes. I don't think you put that stock into like, oh, everything they're saying is 100% accurate type of deal. But I will tell you, there's the 2 big ones that are out there is that Ancestry.com and 23andMe.
And what's the other one?
23andMe.
Okay. That's a weird name. Why is it called 23andMe?
So this is exactly what I was going to talk. When the first time I heard about 23andMe, it was one of the guys at the fire station said he got his 23andMe results came in, and I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about right now? And this girl was like, oh my god, I'm so excited, I want to see him, like I'm so interested in doing this. And I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? So he talks about it and he shows me what it is, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like looking at his like results and stuff on his heritage and where his ethnicity and like how it all breaks down and pieces of him that he didn't know existed. Like I don't know if it was, I don't know how, I can't remember what his broke down to, but so I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. And I didn't really think much of it. And of course, after that, once you hear about something, I'm trying to remember what it's called. There's some syndrome that you then start hearing about it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's probably that you've always been hearing about it. You just start hearing about it more because now it's like fresh in your mind.
Right.
And the whole time I kept thinking like, okay, Ancestry.com makes perfect sense. Like, cause that's what you're looking at. Like, I don't understand this whole, like, what kind of name is 23andMe? Like, why would a company name themselves that? This doesn't make any sense. And I know a lot of people out there are probably going, Jeff, you're a fucking idiot right now. And so.
Is it like chromosomes? No.
So I was over Christmas or over the Thanksgiving break, there was a sale by 23andMe on getting some of these kits. So I was like, you know what, I'll do it. I'll get this kit right now and see how this thing is. They're cheaper. Like the wife will like it too. I'm kind of interested. Let's do this. So I get an email confirmation today of my shipment that it went out. And I'm looking at the email, and I was like, "Oh, that's an interesting, like, very simplistic logo that they have here. It's just, these two little like lines basically crossing over each other. I'm like, oh, it looks like 2 different chromosomes.
Yeah.
I stopped. I'm a medical professional. It's been months. I ordered this shit. I'm looking at this email. I'm looking at their logo, and it all clicked in at once on exactly what it was, and that's what I was gonna say. I'm glad I started with that's a weird name, like that was.
Yeah. No, it definitely didn't dawn on me right away until the more you talked about it, it started like coming in. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was literally like, why would somebody name a 23andMe like this? Just doesn't make any sense at
So
all.
what's it cost?
Oh shit, I just killed one of your things. The one that we got, it was 2 kits for $99. And then you have to pay for shit. So I think I have to pay $14.95 for shipping or something like that. You can purchase the kits, I guess, from like CVS for like $20, but then you have to mail them in yourself and pay then a processing fee on it, so it ends up being like more expensive. So it's a very interesting concept, and I'm really curious what it's going to say. It's basically going to say just like the South Park episode for me, probably. It's going to be like, you are white male.
Very white man.
You're European descent. Like, it's pretty much what mine is going to say. I'm pretty confident. But yeah, you never know. Like, it might say something different and something weird. But I guess I was thinking about it. You can get a couple different breakdowns. And let me pull up the website right now and see. Ancestry, DNA, because there's 2 different. Is it the health? There's a health one that you can get, which is there's the ancestry service, which is the one that I purchased. Normally it's $99, but they're on sale for half price. And I guess now you can get singles for $79, but still for us it was 2 for $99. So that's what I did. The other one is the Health Plus Ancestry service, and it gives you stuff like your genetic health risk reports, carrier status reports, wellness reports, traits reports, etc. Like a lot more ridiculous things. Though I was reading on the forums that apparently it's not worth it to do that, but it seems like so much more information.
Man, see, stuff like that always fucks with my head too. Like, sometimes I don't want to be told that, like, oh, well, I mean, based on everyone else, you know, you're probably
something ain't right over here. Something ain't right. It's just this one. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess like it's always fucked with my head that every male on my side of the family, on my dad's side of the family, like, never lived to be 50. They all died of cancer before then. So like, I don't know. It's like growing up, I always thought, well, you know, gonna be dead from 50.
And now you could know for sure.
Well, I mean, I already know.
Well,
I mean, I already know what's happened to everyone else, I guess, is what I'm saying.
But you don't know what your genes are going to do. Maybe you got the good genes with 23andMe. You could find out if you're going to die at a young age.
I hope I am.
I do think it's kind of weird to be like, okay, like, you know, wow, people are going to know if they have these like crazy diseases that they would never have. Like, and that's the thing is, a lot of people live with terrible diseases and have no idea, and they lead completely happy and healthy lives despite being at high risk for a lot of these serious things.
Yeah.
If they then find out, does that like...
That's what I'm saying. That's like, it's like, if you could know today the exact date and time that you died, would you want to know? And I don't think I would.
Well, I guess exact date and time is different because that's like... that's knowing something, almost like knowing the future, whereas knowing your risk for something is really high. So I see those as slightly...
Right, I agree. Yeah, they are different, for sure.
But at the same time, I definitely think some people might find out some information that's going to make them live their lives in a completely different way.
Right.
And it might not even be, for one, it might not even be accurate. How accurate can it really be? I can't say how accurate, because it's going to be really accurate. But you got to think that there's prone for a higher significance of errors by I take a saliva swath and like send it over to some lab via the mail versus doing it professionally through, you know, a lab service that takes it, keeps the specimen in a controlled environment the whole time. And, you know, you would think there's more room for error. Whether that's actually true or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
how do you feel about I know someone that had their breasts removed because
they had a risk for breast cancer?
Yeah, there'd been like 3 different people in their family that had breast cancer, and so they didn't want to risk having breast cancer.
I mean, that's a ballsy move, but I don't know. Breast cancer can be so deadly if not caught early.
Yeah, yeah,
That this looks better. It just needs to be way taller.
yeah. Yeah. I didn't really. I mean, I didn't judge them. It's your body. Do what you want with it. Was
I mean,
kinda my
but can you
stance.
imagine if like testicular cancer ran in your family and you were, well, I'm just gonna get my testicles removed when I'm 18.
Yeah, no. I mean, and then, even then, put some of them sperms somewhere. I reckon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could spank them out when you're 18, put them in a freezer somewhere.
You think that your 18-year-old sperm are different? Like, you think you'd have do you think if everyone stored their 18-year-old sperms, they would have different babies than they would have had if they had just had normal sex at like age 30?
So you ask an interesting question because the answer is a definitive yes.
Huh.
Because because obviously the individual sperm that impregnates the egg is going to make a different baby.
Yeah. And so that said, also, like, what about, like, how do you feel about
But is it different in the sense of just the fact that it's a different individual, or is there actually like major genetic differences with it because it was younger versus
right? Well,
older?
I guess that's my
And that's the question. I don't know the answer to that. I don't have. Oh, I left all that wood down there.
yeah. There's no wood down here. I was like, I need wood, and there's no wood in this chest.
Oh, you know what? I put it all. Shit. We need to get some ladders and make. Oh, we can climb. We should make ladders in the center of the tree too.
Oh yeah, that'd be smart. Yeah, that was my next question. Is do you believe in genetic memory?
Genetic memory.
So like you pass on, like so they say that like people are born, or animals, some animals and stuff are born with knowledge from their ancestors, basically, like risk factors and things to be afraid of and those sort of things.
Like Rottweilers.
Yeah, exactly. Like Rottweilers, they know they gotta attack all
Best
humans.
dogs ever.
So do you believe that like your experiences could be passed on in some way into your offspring?
So do you think the things that happen to me in my life can be transitioned somehow through my sperm to my child?
Right.
No. I don't have any reason to say no other than I'm saying no.
See, I kind of think that that's possible. And with that said, I feel like what we're talking about is if you only used your 18-year-old sperm, I feel like it's the less wise of the sperm.
Interesting. So you look at it as the less wise sperm.
Right, because I mean I have more experience.
I would look at it as the more healthy sperm because in theory, people always think of younger as being healthier.
Sure. Yeah, it could be healthier sperm. I mean, yeah, for sure. I see what you're saying. I agree with that. It's the probably more it can swim better. But even that said, how much damage does freezing do to a sperm? Like, does it?
I mean, hopefully, if it's frozen appropriately.
I just feel like if we can freeze sperm appropriately and bring it back and it's still just fine, why can't that technology be used in other ways? Like, why can't we freeze brain cells and bring them back? Like,
I mean, we probably can.
Well, if that's the case, let's bring out back Walt Disney.
Well, think about like the same concept goes for like sperm cells, though, sperm cells, the stem cells, in my opinion, is if we have the ability, we know where these cells are that have the ability to spawn into anything, and that's the joy of a stem cell, is it's the beginning that can like mold its way into anything. It could be a liver cell, a heart cell, like whatever. Why aren't we allowed to like do research with that stuff?
Yeah, and why aren't we allowed to do research with that stuff?
It's because people think that somehow it's like, by studying dead fetuses that's an immoral thing to do.
But okay, fine. Why don't we use the stem cells that we do have access to that aren't from dead fetuses?
I don't. Why do we have to not have access to the dead fetus if the fetus is dead?
Oh, okay, sure. No, I agree. I agree with that. But I'm just saying.
And of course, the family is giving permission or whatever to use it. Not saying to just be like, well, I'm sorry.
Oh,
sir,
dead fetuses are on the market now.
Your baby's dead, and we're gonna use your stuff against the will.
But yeah, no. Why aren't we using the dead fetuses?
I don't know.
Or why? Okay, fine. That's apparently a moral problem. Okay, so let's say that's a moral problem. Why aren't we using the stem cells we do have access to that don't come from dead fetuses? Why aren't we doing research with those? Or are we maybe?
I think we might be a little bit, but I know stem cell research in general is such a. Now you're making me question because you always hear about stem cell research as like a bad thing that you're not allowed to do. But I guess, is it that you can't do it to any stem cells, or is it just the fetus stem cells?
So that's what I thought. I thought we were doing stem cell research, but we just frowned upon the and that's just in America. I mean, I'm sure in other countries they're doing all kinds of shit.
How have we not had better breakthroughs with stem cell research at this point then?
I don't know. I thought we have had some. I thought I've read stuff like on Reddit about God, what was that? There was some kind of shot. I can't remember what.
Gardasil.
Huh?
Gardasil.
No, it was something. I thought it was related to stem cells that was like helping. I don't remember now. I can't remember. This has been like a year ago that I read this thing, and I can't remember exactly what I read. So I'm just gonna shut up.
Now I want to know.
Yeah, I do too. I wish I could remember exactly what it was called, and then I could Google it.
Research on stem cells.
Oh, that's right. I'd Googled religious statistics, and I never actually looked at that data. Let's see.
Stem cells, NHI. What is a stem cell? What class of stem cells? Where do stem cells come from? What do scientists use the stem cell lines? Several sources of stem cells. Human embryos. I don't see anything that says.
Whoa!
What?
So I remember whenever you said you go Google it, I remembered I had Googled religious data in America. This is based on the Gallup polling, because the U.S. Census does not ask about religion. So when Gallup polled, how many people were polled here?
12.
This is 2016. 100,000 people were polled. Jesus Christ, man. I can't believe these numbers. 73% were Christian.
I would agree with that.
I didn't realize it was that big. And breaking that down further, 48.9% were Protestant or other Christian, 23% Catholic, 1.8% Mormon. So 73.7% Christian, 18.2% none, atheist, or agnostic. 2.1% Jewish. Really? That's it? Damn.
I mean, the Jewish population did get pretty wiped out.
Everyone that's Jewish is in Hollywood then. Because they always talk about...
Everyone that's Jewish.
Yeah, because there's only 2.1%. There ain't that many people in Hollywood. And only 0.8% are Muslim. What about Buddhism and stuff? Where's that? And I guess there's...
I mean, those numbers could have been so small in the poll that they didn't...
Yeah, there's a 2% that's other things, basically. 0.7 is the Buddhist. 0.7 is Hindu.
I definitely would believe, because it's an American poll, I'm assuming it's an...
Yeah, this is just America.
Yeah, I would definitely believe the 73% Christian
I didn't
in
know
America.
That. I didn't know that. This is news to me.
Though I didn't... I was not able to finish my search appropriately on...
Because, see, to me, I don't know anyone that's religious.
You don't know anybody that's religious?
I can't... Okay, I guess my grandma.
Isn't Packrat really religious, too?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, there's Packrat. Yep, sure enough. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm just forgetting, I guess. I guess I don't know anyone that's religious in the sense that, like it was whenever I was a kid, and, like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it just felt different when I was a kid. Maybe because like I remember always having to go to church on Sunday with my grandma and stuff, and I just don't know anyone that does that anymore around here, I guess. But yeah, I guess you're right. There's definitely pack rats. So I do have friends that are religious.
I mean, I think I know a decent amount of people who are still quite religious. They spend holidays are focused around, finding out when to go to church. I live right next to a church that on Sundays, our road you can't park on because it's just filled with church people. The churchies.
So like also here, the church that's up there beside my building, that my grandma
Nobody can
always
park
went
in
to.
it?
Yeah, where they can park. That church is dying, so like no one goes there anymore because everyone's dying. Like the people are dying, so the church is dying with it, basically.
Oh, so it's one that never like brought in new
Right.
members. It's like all the old schoolers.
Yep. And so
Oops.
it's the end for them, basically.
I think I made this wall a little too high, huh?
Yeah, it's all right. I'm just tearing it down.
Tell that to Trump.
God, did you see that Cards Against Humanity bought land?
Yeah, I'm in it, man.
You're in it. What do you mean?
I'm in it.
What do you mean? What are these words?
So they do these holiday promotions. They've done them for a couple of years. It was 12 days of holiday shit, then the 10 days or whatever of Kwanzaa. And that was literally what it's called, 10 days or whatever of Kwanzaa. And then there was the 8-day Hanukkah one. But you basically, if you were one of the first 150,000 people to get in, you got like gifts from them over whatever set period of time that particular promotion was. And there was always this holiday puzzle that went along with it, like a super elaborate, ridiculous puzzle that like everybody who was participating, not everybody obviously, but a lot of people would get together on like Reddit and Slack and try to solve this puzzle that different pieces of it came out every day, and you were looking for ridiculous clues and stuff. It was a really fun time. And the last one was so elaborate that they said they weren't going to do it again because they didn't have time to dedicate to it. So last year they did nothing around the holiday time frame, and this year they did the Cards Against Humanity Saves America, and it's set up in the same way that those old puzzle things were. And they're stating it's not a puzzle. They don't do that puzzle stuff anymore, but they also said that they're liars, and like Trump is, like as part of their like FAQ. So there's a whole group of us, including myself, who are determined that there's a puzzle involved with this thing. But basically, you signed up for Cards Against Humanity Saves America if you're one of the first 150,000 people, and you get sent gifts just like you did in those previous years that are supposed to show you, because they're basically saying that you're giving everybody who participates a piece of this land that they bought.
Okay.
Like a small piece, like a square inch or something like that. Because like I own a square inch of land, this island in Maine that they bought for the first one.
Okay.
Hawaii too. But they said that they did that, and the purpose of it is that they're probably going to end up losing through eminent domain and stuff. But when you get land taken from you in eminent domain, you have to go through court and battles with the landowners. So they're trying to buy land and spread it out amongst all these people so that they can really slow down the process as part of the concept to stop the wall from being able to be built.
I don't think that wall's ever going to be built, to be honest.
I don't think it will either. I think it'd be ridiculous if it was. How do you like our tree?
I'm waiting for the clouds to go away. I guess I can cut them off. I guess I will.
It's funny for me because there's no clouds on our thing right now.
Yeah, it's client side. I think that's good. Some people would probably say it's too perfect.
I mean, as with any of our builds, too perfect are the words that come to mind.
Exactly. Yeah.
It looks like a UFO landed on that mountain behind us. Not that one. This way.
What? I do not see what you see.
You don't see that? Doesn't look like a UFO to you sitting on top, like
Where?
the straight that way.
Maybe my view distance is too low.
Can you not see the?
Oh no, I couldn't. I could not see that
Uh-oh.
a little bit. Yeah, now I see it. Now I see what you mean. What is my view distance?
Yeah, looks like a spaceship just chilling on top of that mountain.
What's
over
yours set to? Mine's just 16 chunks. My render distance.
Video settings. I don't even know. Render distance. 16 chunks.
Okay.
You can't see that. Wait, let me tell you when. There was no cloud in the way or anything. I can still see it.
No,
here.
I had the clouds off. I mean, I see it now. It's for whatever reason it didn't render. I still see it. I still see
Okay,
it.
I was gonna say I still see it way back here.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know why it didn't. It definitely had not. It just didn't render. So that's a cool mountain there.
That'll be the. We can dig it out into a bowl and make it a big swimming pool.
That would actually be really cool.
That would be very interesting. Then build a big water slide.
Yeah, I like this idea.
But the tree.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's good. We'll have to decorate it now. But that'll be its own episode, I reckon, because we're out of time.
And guys, we never found out if you could actually do anything with stem cells or not. 'Cause we got
Whatever.
distracted.
You decorate a
Something
Christmas tree
else.
with them, I hear.
You could. It'll grow into multiple other Christmas trees and hands and hearts and livers.
Oh, well, thank you for watching, everyone.
See you, everybody.